Folks with limb loss, prosthetics, or wheelchairs and their families are often learning how to adjust to the world around them, which can be challenging if they want to stay active. But this weekend offers a great opportunity as Hanger Clinic and Western Michigan University's Department of Occupational Therapy, they've partnered for an adaptive field day in Kalamazoo, offering everything from adaptive golf to rock climbing and much more. Here to show us how having a physical challenge doesn't mean staying on the sidelines, and to discuss the impact of this inclusive event, we've got WMU Occupational Therapy Department Chair Dr. Nancy Huck and Dan Potts from Hanger Clinic, both with us this morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having us.
First off, you were just telling me, Doctor, that this is the second year we're doing this,
yes,
and you had a little bit of an experience after the first year. Can you just recap that for me really quickly? What did you see happen after the first time you held this event?
Right. On our last year, individuals made such strong connections during the event that didn't know each other before. And we were done. It took a while to clean up from the event. And as I was leaving to go to my car, there were still participants having conversations in the parking lot that met earlier that day.
So Dan, we're really making a community, creating a sense of community here. Talk about what the Adaptive Day is. What does it offer these people?
So it's an opportunity for people with limb loss, limb difference, and otherwise physically different to enjoy or recapture something that they've done in the past. So amputations can be very traumatic for people, and they can feel isolated, and this is an opportunity for them to try something. There's great other competitions at which you can attend to if you're you have disabilities, but the idea is, how do you get started?
Sure. I mean, you can't just jump into a competition. You've got to get some training. You got to see if you even like it.
Exposure.
Try it, regain confidence.
Excellent.
Regain some mobility and some independence to try something new, maybe like seated volleyball. It's a very popular activity. I don't know if you guys know volleyball.
Well, we love volleyball, but seated volleyball, obviously, I don't think I've ever seen it. So this is something that, beyond volleyball, what else? I mentioned rock climbing. I mean, run the gamut, run the list. What are we doing?
We're adding aquatics this year.
Okay.
So individuals bring your suit and a towel, and we have experienced occupational therapists trained in supporting people in swim, and so that's an added event this year.
What else do you have?
We added curling.
No way! Love curling.
Yeah, there's a West Michigan Curling Club is attending. They have an ice, polypropylene.
Sure.
It was very popular at a Grand Rapids event. If you guys watched the Olympics at all,
we did.
Curling was a very fun sport to watch.
We actually tried it ourselves as a morning mix team recently. Yeah, so it's challenging and fun, a whole bunch of fun. We talked about the what. Let's talk about the why. Obviously, you mentioned it, Dan, that when you have a limb loss, many of us might think, hey, your day-to-day stuff might be really tough, brushing your teeth, doing all the things that we take. But what we might not think of is, hey, somebody was a rock climber before this happened, or somebody was a cyclist, or somebody was a basketball player, and this really took their love away, and now you're giving it back to them. And that's really the why, right?
Yes, it's it's one of our occupations, recreation. And so many times when you're in rehab, you focus on getting back to your ADLs or your activities of daily living, but recreation is a really strong and important occupation for many people.
Amen. Preach that, because recreation really truly is important, and not just for the folks doing the recreation, but for their families as well. How does it impact them, Dan?
So for families, it's great because a lot of times they get to come together and do an activity together, which sometimes isn't always, an option for them. The other big thing is it exposes them to the community that can support them. Like we'll have SMARGE there, which is Southwest Michigan Amputee Resource Group. There are places and groups that help you to connect with your community, as well as other community resources like that. Michigan Victory Games is there also, and they also have a competition, that they host. So it gives them a place to maybe, if they want to, they can graduate along.
Absolutely, options.
Yes.
You want options, right? A variety of things to try out and do. What is this going to cost, folks? When is it happening? Let's get to the nitty-gritty details.
There is no cost. It's a free event.
Perfect.
Yeah, we are supported. We've applied for a federal grant, and some of the grant funds through the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services used to support the event. And then we have students that we support are doing some community service by helping out with the event from the Occupational Therapy Department.
Cool. So it's not going to cost you a dime. Now we just need to get to your place, right? What time are we doing this?
So it's at the Western Michigan University Student Recreation Center.
Okay.
It's a beautiful facility. The campus
They
at
got
Western
everything.
Michigan University is fantastic. We do have a parking lot right across the street. It goes from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. on Saturday, May 9th. And you can come for an hour, you can come for the whole time.
So open house type of feel?
Open
Don't
house.
have to be there
Yep.
right at 9?
Right.
Organized chaos is what we like to say.
And we do have snacks and water.
I was going to ask too, I was going to say anything beyond, obviously you've got great information and resources. The activities themselves that they can all try out, snacks and water also included in this as well?
T-shirt
Yep.
for those that come early.
Oh, that's true. I know that you said it was free, but registration is probably important, so you got to get those T-shirts and snacks, right?
It's helpful. It's really helpful. We have about over 60 people registered as of today.
All right, well, it's happening tomorrow morning, so get on that right now. If this is something that affects you or your family, someone you know, get them to hangerclinic.com today. Tell them about this great free event, Hanger Field Day, coming back once more tomorrow morning from 9 to noon. Thank you so much for the time this morning, guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.